Hello everybody, Huckrex here, and welcome to another Mercenary Thoughts from the Inner Sphere, episode 385. And today we're going to be talking about the Marshal, the mech that's found its way into the book. It's from the southern regions of the periphery. We have a 464, sort of a slightly advanced mech, but really it's designed for the periphery. So technology kind of shows it for what you have on it. Now, what we have here is a 464. It is a standard engine. It has 10.5 tons, or just 10 tons of armor on board, which is what, half a ton, a little slightly less than half a ton short of maximum, which is fine. It's well armored. At 55 tons. This screams Succession War style mech with a slight upgrade of a few items. All right, and really, when you think about it, the only time this mech will see any action against more advanced mechs is if the Davians or let's see, the other guys. Man, I've drawn a blank here for a second. The guys in between, that's next to the Capellans. They're south of the Steiner. Man, I can't even think of those guys at the moment. That's how little I think of them. But basically, when you only have to worry about other houses coming your direction. You don't have to worry about facing off against the clans or anything. They really don't need a more advanced mech. If you're only going to be fighting off probably pirates or the occasional incursion from one of the houses, yeah, you're doing fine with the technology that's found on this mech, which is, pretty standard to begin with. All right, so we have in the right arm, we got a large laser. Okay, that goes out to 15. Basic a Succession War style large laser. Here's the advanced tech on. We got a medium pulse laser in the right torso. Yeah. And did I say? Yeah, it's got 18 standard heat sinks. So the advent of the double heat sink really hasn't even been used yet in this. And then we have a medium laser in the left arm. We got two machine guns in the left torso with half a ton of ammunition. And then we have a flamer in the center torso, an LRM-5 in the right torso with a ton of ammunition, and then jump jets in the right and left leg, 2 each. So you have a mech that just screams periphery. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily need any advanced technology to get the job done. When you're really facing off against maybe your own people, maybe an incursion once in a while, yeah, it is not something that has to have a whole bunch of fancy-dancy equipment on board. And I don't have a problem with that. Now, later on, if you are facing off against incursions from your neighbors, that may have been taken over by the word of Blake from within and decide to attack their southern neighbors. Yeah, I can see the need for more advanced technology with your mechs. But until that point happens, and typically you don't really need a lot of equipment on board that's going to be spending lots of money for your probably slightly more cash strapped house, because these guys are a minor state to begin with. They're even more minor than the Capellans, which I consider a minor state for most of the time anyway. If their two neighbors or three neighbors had decided to, hey, let's just invade and squash these guys for once and for all, they could easily do it. If they all got together on the same boat and say, hey, I'll cut here, you cut there, and then we'll all meet in between, and it's like, just end these guys. Yeah, that's possible. But, where's the storyline in that? Yeah, okay. So, really, you think about it. Now, there are some other variants of this mech. We have the 2L, which does switch to double heat sinks, and then you upgrade the LRM-5 launcher to an LRM-15. So you basically, you take the damage. Did I say what the battle value of this thing is? Only 1160, of the standard version. Now the new version, the 2L, which has taking, if you're dropping, if you're upgrading your heat sinks to double heat sinks, you don't need as many. Okay, makes sense. This one comes in at 1300 battle value, so now you just took that tonnage that you had and throw it into a LRM-15, so you're increasing the amount of damage you can do out. So really, because the standard LRM-5 is nothing more than a long-range plinky weapon, or maybe a smoke delivery type system. But now if you upgrade it to an LRM-15, yeah, you have the capability of doing some more damage out to 21. And let's see, we got the okay, there's the X1 and then the 2L. Alright, so let's see, does it have, how much ammo does this have? Okay, we got, yeah, it's got 3 tons of ammunition. So you still got the 24 shots going down range with this one. And that's all in the right torso. Now, before you had, let's see, what's the odds? Before you had 1 ton of ammunition with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or you had a 1 in 8 shot of getting hit with an ammo rack hit in the right torso, and the same odds, 1 in 8 shot in the left torso of hitting the machine gun ammo. Okay. Now, personally, I would probably replace that machine gun with a flamer. I'd rather have 2 flamers, because the flamers, this one says the 2X has ferrofibrous armor. Sorry, I totally missed the ferrofibrous armor. But I would replace that machine gun with a flamer to mitigate my chance of going sky high. And I like flamers because that gives you, they're versatile. You can cause heat, or you can do damage, or burn infantry to the ground. Make them do the Bernie dance. So there's that. Okay, now with the 2L, now you have 3 slots. It's the same 1 in 8 shot in the left torso, but now you have 9, so 1/3 shot of getting hit with an ammo rack in the right torso now. So that your odds have greatly increased from 1 in 8 and 1 to 3. So yeah, and you don't have any type of, if you're going to upgrade your stuff, maybe consider tossing in at least a bit of case on that torso. At least when it goes off, then you're not going to blow yourself completely to pieces. But that's the nice thing, though. Now you have 3 tons of ammunition. You're going to still, with that LR-15, be sticking around for 24 turns. Personally, I think I probably have only gone with 2 tons of ammunition, and obviously go with the case, and then, okay, maybe toss it into like a small laser or something of that nature. Okay, but I'd rather protect my mech a little bit better. But I get it. It's kind of a periphery style mech. So you have that going for you. And then we have another version popping in here. Let's see, we got the, so we just talked, we got the 3MC, this variant of the Marshal introduced during the Dark Age, the era that should not be named. This one carries a TSEMP cannon. I have no idea what that is. I've never even heard of it before. And then a MML-9 and 2 machine guns, flamer, medium laser, and a medium pulse laser. And this comes at 1700 battle value. What the heck is this cannon? Oh, magnetic pulse cannon. Tight stream electromagnetic pulse cannon. Never heard of it. Okay, it's like I've never seen one, and it explodes the same way as a Gauss rifle. Okay, what does it do? You know, I've never seen one of these things on the table before, ever. I'd like to know what era this came out in. Oh, 3145. Okay, no wonder I haven't even looked. 3150 technical book. Okay, I don't even have that. Explains a lot. I've never looked at it. All right, sorry guys. That is so far down the line that I've never even bothered. It's an era of time stream that doesn't exist in my book, so it's way down there. So some of you may have played in that time frame, okay, but I haven't. This comes out in 3109. That's when it was first introduced. Damage 0, minimum range 0, shoots out to 15, 6 tons. Adds 488 battle value. So is it just like an EMP? Shutting down a mech for a turn or two? I don't see the rules anywhere talking about what it does. Okay, moving on. It's a waste of time. And then we got the 6MC. This one, Magistry of Canopus. This is their little fun toy. This was developed during the Jihad. It has a light fusion engine, so they upgraded to more tech light fusion engine. Okay, that's 2 slots per torso. And then you have in the right torso, it mounts a medium pulse laser, a light PPC, a plasma rifle, MML9, and I think I do have the write-up for this one. Yes, 6MC. All right, so this comes at 1460 battle value. Got a light PPC, goes out to 18. All right, that does 5 damage, but it's half the tonnage, so it makes sense. It's kind of like a upgraded ER medium laser, you know, going down that route kind of thing. The plasma rifle's handy. The damage is nice. Goes out to 15. You know, you have the additional addendum to when you hit somebody. It's like, hey, how about that? And it's got a 1 machine gun array in the left torso with 2 machine guns. Okay, 2 light machine guns. And then we got the MML9 in the right torso with 1 ton of ammunition for the LRM and the SRM. Okay, to me that's standard. You're going to take 1 of each. And then you got the medium pulse laser. Does it? Nope. Still the same. Now you got a 1 in 6 shot of taking ammo hit in the left torso. And then you're looking at a 1 in 5 shot of getting hit with ammo in the right torso. And then you got the plasma rifle ammo in the right arm, which got 3 tons of it. 3 tons. That's a lot. Yeah, I probably just gone with 2. Because the 10 shots you get with a plasma rifle, so I probably went with 2 of those. But maybe they're thinking in terms of long-term campaign. You know, if you're being in the field for a long period of time, going on patrols and stuff, you know, maybe you'd like to have a little bit more ammunition to go with one of your main weapon systems. So I get that. Makes sense in a lot of ways. So, you know, you go that direction, I guess. So, and I think that's the only other. Yep, that's the only write-up I have on that one. All right, so moving on to the last one, which is a 6FR, which this variant developed by the Colonial Marshals during the Funk Reaches era, which I have no idea. Never heard of that. What era? It's like small peripheral state in the Capella marches. Spin word. Okay, so that's part of the Torrent Concordant. What era did this happen? Oh, 3067. Okay. It's part of the Jihad when everything just went bonkers. Things split 3085. All right, there. All right, so this one has a snub nose PPC. Okay. It has by 3 medium X pulse lasers in the left torso. So you got a snub nose PPC in the right arm. Okay, get behind that. X pulse lasers are kind of interesting. And then you have a flamer that's mounted in the head. You still have the standard light. Now you got a light fusion engine, still a 464, but with a light engine. So using that to upgrade a lot of your. And then you got 15 double heat sinks with 6 improved jump jets. So you have a little bit more distance when you do a jump. This comes in at 1429 battle value. I can see this being useful, but the kind of the problem I'm seeing is the range. Yeah, it's like with the LRM-15, at least you have some range and you can do some indirect fire with that thing. And I can see with the MML9 going with the different types of ammo, you can get some range on that. But with this one, this was looking more of a in-your-face city-type fight. So you can glide over top of buildings and stuff, get in behind somebody, and then when you got 30 heat you can dissipate. Yeah, you could probably jump in behind somebody and unload with all your lasers in that snub nose PPC and do some damage. Just get on their back and then jump out repeatedly, kind of playing like a grasshopper, literally. So I could possibly see the usefulness of this one. And yeah, you get the light fusion engine, which is slight. It's a little bit, it's an upgrade versus an XL engine, so that's not an issue. The battle value isn't all that bad. I can see it being, now if you could get one of these and give him jumping jack as your little perk for the pilot, yeah, I'd jump all day with that thing. Just get in behind him and just unload at point blank range and then move on to the next guy and just keep jumping around, keep him twirling around in circles. I can see that they'd be, oh, that thing's got to die. drive him in the circles and drive him batty. The quirks that they have with this one is easy to maintain and rugged. So yeah, that's not bad. Easy to maintain means it's cheap to maintain in the field, which is, makes sense when you think about how this was designed. It's a basic bog standard Succession War style mech with nothing really fancy about it. So there's that. All right, so yeah, I've never seen one of these on the tabletop, mostly because most of our games usually happen up towards the north, fighting off either the Capellans or the House Karita, yeah, versus the House of 1,000 different houses. So those guys they're seem to be broke up and fighting within each other all the time. Yeah, occasionally we get into the northern parts of that territory, but usually you don't get down so far below them that maybe you have to think about that sometime, or maybe do some raids or something down there for possible campaigns in the future. All right, so that's it. That's the Marshal. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Oak Rex out.